An interesting night. It is going to be an interesting night, to say the least. Why is this not going live? Good evening. Good evening, good evening, good evening. And welcome back to the One Celtic Fans View. Yeah, there are. We're live. We are live. Good evening to you, Kaiser. A lot of other people in the house. Evan Sean was first up. Hazel was in the house. Norman McDonald's in the house. Tonight is one that we have been waiting for. DJ's in the house, finishing style. Gary McTeer says, "Come on, you boys in green." James Duffin says, "I'm getting nervous. We have to be focused and get the right result. All players 100% tonight." Yes. Right, let me just double check. Celtic have not put the team out as yet. I'm going to just keep the Twitter feed live until they put the team out. As soon as they put it out, we'll get it up. God, this is probably the most nervous that I have been all season. I've got to say, this is probably the most nervous I have been all season. With only 2 games to go, we know that we are ahead at the top of the league by 6 points. DJ Singh is in the house. Mona Hoops Baz. Ian Cullen's in the house. 1414 official. Hail, hail. San Fran Celtic's in the house. Lindsay Greenwood's in the house. Hail, hail, Baz and Celtic family. The nerves are in shocking condition. Paul Baird is in the house also. And the Celtic team is not out yet. Come on, Celtic, just get the team out. And I am going down to the Hoops Bar to meet up with the boy for Benny Offer. You'll see him that comments a lot on the channel. I am going down to meet up with him and his good lady. Come on, Celtic. I just want this team out, man. I just want the team out. The nerves are shot. It is unreal. It is the day that we have been waiting for to do it. It's going to be a hard game tonight. Let's face it, it is going to be a hard game. We've been beaten twice at Rugby Park this season. One was in the Cup. It was early on in the season. It was in the Cup. And we had a lot of injuries at the time. But we never moaned about it. The second game, when we got beat at Kilmarnock, we were in front the first half. But it was at a time where Celtic were a team of 2 halves. There was lots of times during the first half of the season that we were a team of 2 halves. First half we would play absolutely brilliant. Second half we would play absolutely terrible. And it's the way it kind of went for a lot of this season. You never knew which team was going to turn up either half. And once Brendan Rodgers finally got that sorted out, we started putting points back on the board and heading towards our 3rd title in a row. 4 minutes yet before Celtic's going to put the team up, aren't they? We're going to wait till quarter past on the dot. Right, let's get some more of the comments that are coming in. One of the Popes 11 says, Andrew. Martin Kerr says, fitting to win it, the Tommy Burns derby. Yep. I think it's going to be fantastic tonight. Stuart Ramsey's in the house. Evening, Baz and fellow Tims. Let's get into them tonight. Jim F. Evening, Baz boy. Evening to you. Sarah is in the house also. I think we're going to win and win well tonight. Lindsay Greenwood says, don't forget the thumbs up, people. And Cineres is in London this evening. And Ian Cullen says, we'll be right up for this 3-1 tonight. Mon the Hoops, he says. Mon the Hoops. I really want this just get the team out. Just get the team out. It's ours. So up for this. A lot of the fans are up for it. It's gutted that there's going to be so little fans at the stadium tonight. It would have been good if there was more. But let's get it back to Celtic Park and make sure that we are champions on our own ground and in our own terms. You know what I mean? We do the business tonight and we are officially champions, yes. But you want to try and win it in front of your own fans. You want to give the people that pay. And let's face it, the last game of the season at Celtic Park will be a complete sellout. A complete sellout. Not like the game last night in the other side of Glasgow, where their stadium was half empty. And it was interesting to see that Celtic are only to the 28,000 subscribers, away from 1 million followers on Twitter. Sorry, Twitter. Nearly got 1 million followers on Twitter. A lot of them will be zombies. You guarantee that. The team news, the women team's news is out. Sorry, ladies, but the men's take paramount of importance tonight. Don't mean that in any bad means or whatever. But yeah, it's a really important men's game tonight. Imagine having the women's game on the same night. Team news for the capital. Come on, Celtic. We're just filling time here. Is there any headlines kicking around? There was one headline that was kicking around earlier that Ange Postecoglou has been noted as one of the managers that's interested in the one and only Matt O'Reilly. He is interested in taking Matt O'Reilly. I also said that West Ham were interested, but I thought Moyes was leaving West Ham, so how could they say that they're interested in Matt O'Reilly if they've not got a manager sorted for next season? But it's going to be interesting. I don't believe the West Ham story, because the story that was kicking around yesterday, it was 2 top 6 teams in the English Premiership that were looking at Matt O'Reilly. The manager was obviously asked, look, with all the speculation about Matt O'Reilly, have you anything to say? And basically said, look, we're in a position where we don't need to sell anyone. The club does not need to sell Matt. But obviously, if the offer comes in and the player wants to go, at the end of the day, it's going to be Matt's decision. It's going to be Matt's decision. And I think after, you can understand that he didn't want to leave during the last transfer window, and especially to go out on loan to Atletico Madrid. But when a team like Atletico Madrid comes in for you, you're thinking, right, the biggest league and one of the biggest, if not the biggest league in the world, football-wise. There it is. The team is out. Hart, Johnston, Carter, Vickers, Scales, Taylor, McGregor, O'Reilly, Hatate, Forrest, Maida, and Adam Ida starts. Oh, fuck, what is he doing? Kyogo's on the bench. Kyogo is on the bench. Kyogo's on the bench. Oh my God, wait till I just get this up. Oh, shit. Kyogo is on the bench. I never saw that one coming. He's went with Adam Ida. The manager has went with Adam Ida rather than Kyogo. Wait till I just get this up on the screen. That is the shock news of this evening. Nobody expected the manager to go with Adam Ida this evening, and he has. He's went with Adam Ida. Right, let me just do this. Upload, ping, transparent. That is a shock one. That is a shock. Wow. Kyogo does not start. Adam Ida starts this evening. Hart, Johnson, Carter, Vickers, Scales, Taylor, as expected. And then you've got the midfield, as expected. McGregor, O'Reilly, Hatate, Forrest, and Maida. But he starts with Adam Ida. That's massive news. Massive news tonight, Celtic fans. Massive news. Wait till I just get the team up. And just by magic, boom, where we have the team up on the screen. There it is. It is up. Wow. Holy mother of moly. Adam Ida, Kyogo. Keep him fresh. Keep Kyogo fresh for the Hunskelpin. I'm shocked. Says I'm a few shocked. There to Billy the back four. Yep. Don't think Matt would play under Ange. Very destructive system of training. Yep. No Kyogo is the big news tonight. No Kyogo Furiashi. That's the massive news coming out of Kilmarnock tonight. Baz Kyogo is on the bench. Yeah, I know he's on the bench, but why is he not starting? Why is he not starting with a game of this importance? Tonight could be the night that we win the championship. And he goes with Adam Ida. Fuck. On the bench, you've got Bain, Palma, Kyogo, Kuhn, Norrocky, Tomoki Awata, Paulo Bernardo, Anthony Ralston and Stephen Welsh. Still no room for the one and only Daniel Kelly. It is at that time of the season where the manager's going to play his first team players. He's not going to bring in a player that is in and around the first team. He's going to go with the experienced guys, the guys that know how to get him over the line. You could say that Welsh falls under it. Ralston falls under it. They've been there and they've done it before. Bain fucking Bain is money for old rope, isn't it, for Bain? But the fact that you've got Palmer, Kyogo, and Kuhn all on the bench means in the second half, if need be, we can annihilate. So what it means to me, what it says to me that the manager is going to try and do, is going to try and break down this defensive system that Kilmarnock will have. There's going to be long balls going in for Adam Ida tonight. There's going to be high balls coming in. They know that it's not going to be a case of you're going to try and pass the ball into little Kyogo through it. It's going to be, I think Adam Ida might score from a header. Wow. Or he could do a Harold Bratback. What if he scored an identical goal to the one that Harold Bratback scored at Celtic Park all those years ago to make sure that they never won 10 in a row, and Celtic made sure that our place in history was there to remain, that being the first team to do 9 in a row and the first team to do a double 9 in a row. Adam Ida is up. I'm still flabbergasted. Sean the Mac says, I think Ida is a good shout to start, considering the shitty pitch. Yep. Ida to score first, then 3-1, says Patrick McLaughlin. Sean says, Forrest puts tick one up. Kilmarnock will tire the second half, which will suit Kyogo, says Big Dom. That's what I said a couple of minutes ago, Big Dom. I think it's interesting that he has went with Kyogo. Shite, I forgot about the pitch, says Stuart Ramsey, for fuck's sake. Yeah, that pitch is terrible. And I think that Kilmarnock will tire. Kilmarnock have nothing to play for. Kilmarnock, the mindset of Kilmarnock players will be, yes, we want to try and win tonight. We want to try and get one over Celtic. But they're not going to bust their guts for 90 minutes. They're not going to bust their gut for 90 minutes. They're not going to try and overexert themselves because they know that there could be an injury away from a transfer. Maybe there's players that are out of contract at Kilmarnock. I don't know the situation for the first team. But the fact is that the team will tire. They will not go hell for leather for the full 90 minutes. They're in their season's done. They're fine in position in the league. You know, they're thinking, after this weekend, I'm going on holiday. I'm not getting an injury tonight for these fuckers. Because I'm going on holiday on Monday. And I'm not wanting no injury for going on holiday. I'm not sitting on the beach with my foot in a stookie just because the Fenians are in town. Bugger that. I'll play for 60 minutes. But then Derek McInnes will make changes, and he will see that. He's seen that his team will do that, and he'll make changes. So it has to be said. Long ball can't play passing game on that pitch. Yep. Celtic girls, look at that, they have scored, says Kirsty. That's big up the Celtic girls. I'm just have they scored? I can't even come off the screen, sorry, Kirsty. But big up the girls. It looks like the girls have scored in Leith. Celtic, Ida, Kyogo, and O'Reilly. Says SL17. Well, that you would need to think that Kyogo gets on the pitch. What if Kyogo doesn't get on the pitch? What if Adam Ida plays the full 90 minutes and the manager's only got him on there as a just in case moment, just in case it's not going the right way within sort of about the 80-minute mark, and then bring Kyogo on? You've got to think that the manager will be thinking, I don't want Kyogo getting hurt on this stupid plastic pitch when in 2 weeks' time we play at Hampden and we have the chance to become double winners of Scottish football this year. And not only that, it takes us level with that lot on the amount of trophies. Brendan will see us through tonight, said Big Dom. It is breaking big news. Big news. I mean, the team on paper, this team on paper should be able to do it tonight. It should be able to do it tonight. Everything, I've got every confidence in the way that the team is playing. The only one you need to think about is obviously that pitch. And maybe he is going to go for long balls. Maybe there's going to be Jamesy Forrest will be coming in off the wing. Maybe there's going to be a couple of crosses coming in for Adam Ida to stick the head on the back of. You never know. You never know. Hopefully Forrest has a huge game, says Jason. The formation will be as normal, and I think it's just going to be a case of the second half. Who will be the first players to come off? I think it might be Hatate tonight. I think it might be Hatate. But then again, there might be a little change of formation like there was at the weekend with Tomoki Awata coming on. And you've got to remember, I thought at the weekend that Hatate didn't have a particularly good game. He didn't do well in chasing back. He didn't seem to have the pace. And is it a big risk playing him on this pitch tonight? Is it a big risk playing him on this pitch tonight? I don't know. Let me see what some of the comments are saying on the land of Twitter. Please win, lads. Wish you guys all the best. And then the next one up, 6-0 victory to pump up the goal difference. Ida hat-trick to secure 3 in a row. Ida hat-trick scores 3 in a row. Adam Ida, risky, would have made more changes. Ooh, excellent. Saved the wee man from injury and the indoor bowling green and that shitty surface. The big ball for Adam Ida all day long. The Irish player wants to do it tonight is the next one. Would have preferred Kyogo to start, but let's get a result tonight. Rest him for the final. Let's face it, as it stands, Brendan's quite right to rest Kyogo because the most important game that we now have is at Hampden in a week's time, a week from this Saturday. A week and a half's time. That is the most important game of the season. We need every single player 100% fit for that game. Making that change tonight, you can understand why he's made it. I'm absolutely buzzing now. I'm absolutely buzzing for this. We're going to do it. We are going to do it. Right, make sure you give the video a thumbs up. There's currently 184 people watching. There has been 358 views of the video. So there's been 358 people watch the video so far. But there's only 58 thumbs up. So make sure... Baz Fanta, where's your Amstel? Jason, I'm driving down to the Hoops Bar in Guardamarcos. I'm going to meet Boy Benny Offer, who comments on the channel at the time. He's over. I met him at the weekend and we had arranged to go down to the Hoops Bar for this one. And Kate's been on at me for to go down to the Hoops Bar, the owner of the Hoops Bar. So, yeah, I was due them a visit. I was due Alicante Celtic Supporters Club a visit also before the end of the season. It doesn't like I'm going to get up to the Alicante Celtic Supporters Club, which is unfortunate. It is unfortunate. But champions again, ole, ole. So, yeah, there will be a video after the game tonight, and then there'll be a live. I don't know where the live will happen from just yet. But they're there for you. Daniel, don't do it. My poor wee feet is urging the fridge for my cider. I'm giving in. Joseph says, bad, do you not see Rio getting smashed in the back of his neck and the save goes number 42? Yeah, we've seen that. But, you know, I don't think that, personally, I don't think that Rio had his best game at the weekend, so it'll be interesting to see how he plays this evening. Joe Hart will be looking to go out in style. He'll be looking to do his last away game of his career tonight. It's a big night for Joe Hart. It is the last night that he would have stayed at a hotel for an away game with Celtic. It's the second last night. Well, it's the third last night because they'll stay at a hotel the night before Hampden. So you could count that as an away day, but it's a cup final. It's completely different. Cup finals where you get all suited and booted and the players love the cup final and they get the bus to the ground and in their suits and everyone looks smart and it's a big occasion. And Celtic like the big occasion at Hampden, but tonight they need to get the big occasion of tonight done, and we need to win the league tonight. A point will do it. But a lot of people want Celtic to go out and do it in style. Early goal, and we'll still stroll 3-0. Says Seneris coming out of North London. I think, and I'm too nervous to even try and predict the score now. I am too nervous to try and predict the score. I think sometimes when we predict scores, we get it completely wrong. I did go for 3-1 against the Rangers. I just want to win tonight. I don't care what the score is tonight. I really don't. I just want us to win. I just want us to get over the line. I want it to be rubber stamped and be mathematically impossible for anyone to overtake us. As it stands, I mean, we can still be beaten if Kilmarnock were to go and do the unthinkable and win 4-0 or something tonight, 3-0. But that's not going to happen. It's not going to happen with this Celtic team, and that is for sure. It is not going to happen. Celtic only need 1 point. Let's just win. Even if it's a damn ugly game. Do you know? And I don't want people saying, "Oh, he's not pulling his weight." I just want win ugly tonight. Win ugly tonight. It is as simple as that. This is not one of those games that I'm looking for anything perfect. It is not a game where I want anything perfect. If somebody makes a mistake on that stupid pitch, so be it. But make sure that we cut back and Callum McGregor gets back and makes a tackle that saves him from losing the ball. If it's going to be rough and ready game, fucking so be it. Just get it over the line. I do think that Celtic will come out and try and get that early goal to ruffle the feathers of the Kilmarnock player and the players and the manager. Evening Baz, Paradise Found says, Evening Baz and all the times, I'm just home from sunny Arden, ready for the game. My goodness, what was the weather like, Arden? Anton Rogan's left foot says, hopefully 4-0, but I can see it being a nail-biting 1-1. Oh my God. Don't. Could you imagine? Could you imagine if it was 1-1? Oh, no. If it's 1-1, we'll win the league, right? I want us to win tonight. I think, and this is why I think that we'll win tonight. We need to rectify the results at the beginning of the season. The players will have in their mind that they could have been on the line for a treble, right? They were kicked, they were beaten fairly and squarely by Kilmarnock in the cup game in the early part of the season when Celtic were decimated. Could you imagine if Celtic had this team playing that early in that cup game? There was a lot of people that weren't fully fit for the cup game, and it came too early, people said. Even though they'd had a fantastic pre-season, it came too early, people said, for Celtic and the Celtic manager, and were put out of the cup. The return leg, not the return leg, but the other game that we got beat at Kilmarnock, Celtic were winning 1-0 at half time. But it was at a time where the team that came out the second half couldn't find their boots. And it was frustrating because you were thinking, you were actually going into games on that running up to the October, up to especially November time. You were like, you never knew what Celtic were going to turn up. You didn't know what team were going to turn up the second half. It was just unbelievable. You never knew who was going to turn up. You just didn't know if the team were going to come out and perform the second half. Anyway, let's just make sure that we get it over the line tonight. James White, evening everyone from West Sussex. Let's do this in style. SL17 says, Lanka says, we didn't start that great, but now we have the finish. It's how we finish that counts. And nobody remembers. See, when you look back and you'll look back to the record books and it'll say champions 23-24 season Celtic. Nobody will look back at the history book and go, Celtic was shite the first half of the season. It just doesn't happen, does it? You tend not to look back. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. All that matters is that your name is on that trophy. And we fill Celtic Park next week with 60,000 folk absolutely buzzing for the game. Celtic Lazy's beating Hearts 1-0. That's good to know. Paradise Found says, keep it tight. Don't care if it's 3 or just 1. As long as we get at least 1 point, then it's job done. I don't want 1 point tonight. I want to make sure that we win. And if we win ugly, it's fine. If it comes off the arse of flipping scales to go into the back of the net as a deflection, a wicked deflection, so be it. It'll make it even more funnier. Jason Lee says, if we win the double this year, then this season's been a success. If we win the league this year, this season's been a success. When you look back at the start that Brendan Rodgers had under his tenure and the amount of fans that were saying that he was a fraud, he was a fake, he should never be back at Celtic, and he kept on going. And then the media would turn on, and it was field day. It was a field day from August right up until the middle of October. It was a field day to get at Celtic, get at Brendan Rodgers. It was like open shooting season, and Celtic were in the sights of every media person, whether it be the team, whether it be the manager, whether it be the board, whether it be the Green Brigade. The fact that the Green Brigades were not in the stands, would it be the atmosphere at the beginning of the season? Remember the atmosphere at Celtic Park at games without the Green Brigade and the boys. Then remember, the boys didn't get banned from the ground. The boys decided to sit it out and watch the games from the Celtic Supporters Association Club with their comrades, the Green Brigades. So the Celtic Park at that time was an absolute nightmare. There was people coming on here and people coming on the channel all the time saying, just back for the game, it's like a morgue. It's like a morgue. The atmosphere is terrible. It's affecting the fans. It's affecting the team. Do you know what I mean? And this is what won't be spoken about. after we win the league tonight. It won't be spoken about. Linwood's Peter Scarf, Celtic Supporters Club to watch the game tonight. Linwood's a cracking little supporters club. Absolutely cracking little supporters club. Hail, hail, Trips 4-0 win tonight. Jamesy will score tonight. Hail, hail, says Sceneries. And right, what time is it? Because I need to go. I need to go. So there's 207 people currently watched it. Banning the Green Brigade was a disgrace, says Paul Baird. Yeah, you know my feelings on it. I think they should never have been banned, and it was just Peter Lawwell flexing his muscles. Funny that it's not the time to talk about it. Let's get the team over the line. Every single fan is absolutely buzzing for it. The girls have now gone 2-up against Hearts. I wouldn't have risked Alistair Johnston on that pitch. Watching out at home on Long Island. Long Island? You stay in Long Island? In the US of A? Time's it with you, Peter Max here. Evening, Baz and Troops. I think we'll win tonight. 2-1 to us, says Sean. Kevin McKinley says, guarantee he comes on the second half and scores 2. Talking about the one and only Kyogo. Long Island, New York. Well, there you go. Long Island, New York. So watching this YouTube channel, we are all around the world once again. I love it. Anyway, let's get a recap on the team before I head off down to the pub. It's Hart, Alistair Johnson, Cameron Carter Vickers, Scales Taylor, as expected in the defence. McGregor, O'Reilly, Hatate is what you expect in the Celtic midfield player. And with the manager saying that, look, we do not need to sell anyone, but if a player wants to move and if the money is right, he'll obviously, Matt O'Reilly will be sold. And then Forrest and Dyson on the wing. The big shock to everyone tonight when it came out was Adamida starts tonight. Massive, massive game for him. He's only got 3 games left to try and score the 3 goals that I predicted that he would score. I said that when he came in January, listen, this guy will score 10 goals for Celtic. Is tonight the night that Adam Ida, and my prediction comes true? Is tonight the night that Adam Ida gets on the score sheet and gets closer to that 10? Is it? Is it? Is it? Oh, what a buzz for the big man if it is. Will Celtics pay any kind of money for him? I have no idea. That's a conversation for a whole new other day. Brendan Rodgers did say that he's looking to get transfer activity done and dusted quite quick. Could be the case that Adam Ida will be given offered a Celtic contract. Could be they may offer some kind of cash to Norwich for him. And Celtic would see that as a result, getting a player in quick. Is it good enough for the Champions League? Well, I'm going to say no. I am going to say no to that. I'm going to say that he's not the type of player that I think we should be heading into the Champions League with. But anyway, Maida will score first. Hopefully we get to see... Yep, Tom Mack. Jamesy Boy says, I must start. Are you back on after the game tonight, Baz? Yes, I will be, Jamesy Boy. I will be on after the game this evening. Where is Slaven says, oh, God knows. That's what we said. Yes, I will be on after the game. We'll put a video straight up from the pub, and then I might do a live from the pub. Depends how busy it is. But if not, it'll be about 20 minutes. But there will be a live at some point after the game tonight, even if it's around about half an hour after the game. Gets the other channels to get a boost first. Daniel Duffy says, you and your wife have a beer on me, 3-1. Go on the hoops. Thank you for that, Daniel. Thank you for that. And Danny Boy says, please Celtic, don't buy Ida. He's a big journeyman. Boris Boy says 3-0, Ida, Kalmak and Kyogo. Thanks for your reply, mate. No worries, Jamesy Boy. And I shall see you all. 3-0 for the women. 3-0 fucking... What a night it's going to be. What a night it's going to be. It's going to be an absolutely fucking yes night. Right. It is time. It is time. There are 16,535 subscribers currently to the channel. Thank you to every single one of you. And I mean that. I am totally honoured that there's been some 16,535 crazy people who have decided to subscribe to this channel. Long may it continue. We are hitting, the next target is 20,000 that we want to hit. Want to hit that before Christmas this year. But it's time to go to the pub. I will do a video from the Hoops Bar in Guardamar del Segura here in Spain at some point, either right after the game or we'll do a video for it. and we'll get that up. And on that note, breathe, deep breath. Everybody just relax. Just relax. And remember, we're on the road again. Champions again. Ole, ole.